husband has been working on this Honda QA50, and he's doing a great job with it mechanically. It's actually a family member's. We're getting it together for my daughter to be able to use it. Now, the problem here is that he's been trying to paint these plastics. They were originally like this neon green, except he still keeps having this issue where it gets all bubbles, not just in like these corners, but we have, this is the back fender, so we have the front fender over here, and it was bubbled all across here. You can see this is the faded color it was, and you can see I've already been stripping it because it's not going to fly. I don't like it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to paint it today, and I'm going to show you the steps, and if it works out, that way I have it for memory later, and you guys don't do what we screwed up the first time. So here we go. I also added some thinner to the inside of this fender. He had, I think, attempted to paint it before and then primed on top of it, but you can see it's all bubbling up, so I'm just going to get that all out of there. So I got my little helper here who's decided that he's going to climb on the bike. He was up on it, but started climbing down before I started taping. What's up, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So anyway, while he's climbing this is the tank. It was also painted that fluorescent color. It's got some crap here on top. I don't like it, so I'm probably going to end up stripping it. We ended up having to fix it. It had a ton of holes in it. I kind of want to take something to this and make this more flat. So I'm going to look at it, maybe a little Bondo action there, and then paint over. This is the JB Weld patch kit for gas tanks. So hopefully I can kind of just smooth that out over it so it doesn't look as profoundly fixed before we paint that again. I still haven't gotten to this fender yet, but I did get through most of this fender, making sure it doesn't fall over there. This is all stripped on top. It is also stripped on the bottom. Now this, I think, is more similar to the original color, just because with it being in the front here, it was out of the sun where this top part had faded super bad. It is the original fenders to this bike, so that is why it's got like that hole there. You can see like we've like patched some spots because it was just destroyed, but it is what it is. It's an old bike, and new plastics for this thing, we would be looking at over $500. So we're just gonna fix what we have, and that's why you're here. Nothing like being in your jammies and cowboy boots, right? So I lied, y'all. This is the inside of that rear fender there. I'm gonna say this is closer to the original Sprout green than the inside of this. I don't know what I was thinking, but that's pretty color green. So that's the inside, which would explain, I didn't finish stripping that yet, but I would explain why it was still decent. This is on the inside of the fender, not the outside. So now I'm on the gas tank, right? Went through most of this. The other one's pretty much done. Gonna do like a little bit of a white sanding quick on those, but the gas tank is all sticky, and it's got all this white crap sticking to it and some more stuff sticking to it. So I'm gonna lightly sand this quick, and then we got some Bondo, and we're gonna see if we can kind of fix this up. This has a JB Weld patch kit, well, a couple of patch kits to get it to stop leaking. I just want to take the Bondo and just get rid of like this like ugliness, I should say. It's really just coarse and on there, and I just like to make it nice and smooth just so it doesn't look as hack. But we got to remember that we're rednecks, so this is what happens. I'm going to go through and do that, and I'll show you what it looks like after. I just started, right, and surprisingly quick. It got right through that first layer of paint, that gray. is, if you can see it, that gray is that JB Weld. That whitish is that primer that was on here before. The rest of this, it was sticking pretty decent, so I'm just gonna give it like a light sand, and then that way we can still spray it with the other color. But down here, I just want to get all that sticky crap off before I start bondoing. So we did end up bondoing the bottom of this. So each side looks so much better than it did before. So not bad for a original gas tank. I mean, it's got a little dent there, but. So originally when my husband was painting these, he was trying to use that Rust-Oleum fluorescent and that regular primer right there, which obviously was not working with the plastic. So now I'm going to be using this Rust-Oleum primer adhesion promoter, and we've got our stuff hung up on our lift here. We got that piece, the tank, and this piece over here. I'm gonna give them a couple coats of this, and then hopefully we can hit it with a spray gun. So we painted them up. I thought we'd record it, but I was at work. And that's the gas tank. That's how that came out. Everything got sprayed. We got the front fender here. And we've got the back fender here, which has a little bit of a run on it, but we're gonna have fun ripping around in this, so I don't feel like redoing it, especially seeing that this is our third time painting it, and it came out so much better than the fluorescent. Now, Sprout Green, we couldn't buy it just by like a quick Google search. Wasn't sure how to go about it. So this is actually John Deere Ag Green. So the green that John Deere used after the 80s. And I'll do a side-by-side. It actually comes out pretty close to the original Sprout Green. Here's that John Deere and another picture from the internet we were going off of. And here's the bike completely put together. We need to fix up that seat, but that's for another day. Now I'm gonna